I've struggled with feeling lonely my whole life. My whole life. I've kind of always felt like the outsider everywhere I was. At home, whether that was at home with my grandparents, at home with my mom, or at home with my dad, whether that was at school, whether that be elementary school, middle school, high school, or my 1 year of college, even with my friends. I tried to fill that loneliness with girls for 5 years. That didn't work. It's because I was desperate. I was constantly seeking the validation, the emotional connect. I was constantly seeking the love, the affection. With my grandparents, it was hard. My mom's parents, my mom and pop, they aren't very emotional people. They aren't very close. They aren't very loving or affectionate. They're quite distant. And they've gotten better over the years, I won't lie. And if I really took the steps, I believe our relationship could be well and could be more loving. But I've been scared to take those steps because of my past. The past of not being understood. The past of having my feelings invalidated when I felt sad or when I felt angry. Boys don't cry. Wipe those tears off your face. The past of getting the A. Oh yeah, good job, Jaden. What about this B though? Could have done better, right? I mean, yeah, I could have, but I didn't care. I always got the A in math and science. Always. Not for writing, for English, for history. Not so much. Occasionally. Not so much. I was usually just left to my own when I was with them. From birth to 7 years old, when I was in first grade, me, my mom, my sister lived with our grandparents. Live with my grandparents. I say our because I said my sister last, right? Whatever. And then eventually we moved out, got our own apartment, me, mom, and Lala. It's my sister. Shout out Lala, it's the GOAT. But I always felt distance because I was the youngest, right? I was the baby in the house. I was also the boy. Now, of course, my grandfather was there. He was the man. But raising a man, that's not a thing because he's a man. They had to raise a boy. And they didn't know how to do that because they only had girls. My grandparents only have girls. On my grandmother's side, I was the first boy since her brother, my Uncle Michael. Now my grandfather has a brother, and his mom, Honey, it's my great-grandmother, she's only had boys, right? But my grandfather didn't have experience with raising boys. He only raised girls. So I was shut out of luck there. We moved out. I was still shut out of luck because I was still the only boy. Now let's flip this dynamic on its head. When I'm with Dad, it's the oldest boys. It's Dad, it's my stepmom Mo, it's my sister, it's the oldest, it's my stepbrother. Me and my sister are both 25, or no, my sister's 25 now. My stepbrother's turning 25 in July. Then there's me, the middle. And then there's Ye and there's Mari. Ye's 18 and Mari is 15, and I'm 20. So it was all boys. My sister was the lone wolf, right? And yet there, I was still alone. 'Cause even though I had a bunch of people there, I had a bunch of love there, for sure. My dad, he's a very, very loving man. He's got a huge heart. Very caring. Fortunately, one, I was only at Dad's every other weekend until I was 10. And then it turned to week on, week off, Dad, Mom, or Dad, grandparents, whatever. But Dad was working. He had to make money for his family. So I saw Dad Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. When I was there for the week, I saw Dad at night, and I saw him on Sunday. Now for the past, since I was in 6th grade, so how long was that? 15? So the past 7 or 8 years, my dad's had Thursdays and Sundays off, right? So that's cool. So maybe we chill on a Thursday and once I got out of school or something. But I was the only boy who didn't come from Mo. That's my stepmom. I was the only one who didn't have both their parents there, right? And my sister could relate to that. And so for a while, we were on the same wavelength. But I've known Mo all my life, right? She's literally been there since the day I came out. That's a story for another time. But basically, I was my parents' last hookup. Me and Mo had a very not good relationship up until I was 15. Because I just felt like she treated me so differently than her other sons. Right? And it's like, of course, I mean, they came out of her. Those are her actual kids. And eventually I learned why. Because of a conversation with her and my mom, where my mom kind of said that they will never be your kids. This is the truth. Like, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like, Mo's always been one of my parents. And the fact that I felt so distant from her in that house, it fucking sucked. She'd have a problem with me, and she could never address it with me directly. It'd always have to go through Dad. Always. And it's like, why would I respect you when you don't even respect me? I didn't like that. I didn't like that I was the only one that valued having personal space. Now, there was 5 of us, right? And so, up until we got to Georgia, which was in the summer of 2017, personal space at Dad's house, that was not a thing. because we always shared a room, one room. It was one room in Nesbitt Terrace. That was our first apartment in Irvington. 5 people in one apartment. In one room. Yeah, that's real, right? And then when we got to Grove, Malik had his own room. And then it was 4. Sometimes it was only 3. Because Lala wasn't even there sometimes. I would constantly get swapped from, I have all the personal space in the world, except no one here is very emotionally available, to 0 personal space. Hey, Jay, it's love. I see it as give and take. I either get emotional disconnect and order, or I get love and chaos. That's it. I can't have love and order. Nope. I can't have them both. I'm asking for too much, right? I don't think that's asking for too much. I never had a stable home environment. Growing up, at least. When I came and moved to Georgia, that was the first time I was ever somewhere for longer than like a month at a time. Which is crazy to think about, right? And I was here for a year. And I left because I felt trapped. Because it was overbearing. That I had no personal space. That it was full of chaos. That I had all the responsibility in the world. Now I was the oldest one in the house. Because my siblings went off to college. Now it's especially so that whenever the little ones fucked up, oh, too bad, Jay. You're getting punished too. It's like, yeah, you want to teach me about responsibility. I've always been fucking responsible. I've always been mature. I've always been more mature than my age. And you know why? Because I got robbed of my fucking innocence. Absolutely robbed. Daylight fucking robbery, bro. Whether that was because of bad influences, whether that was because of society, whether that was because of the weight of responsibility from my mom, from my grandparents, from my siblings. It didn't fucking matter. All of it. I had this conversation with my dad a couple weeks ago, and he was like, Jay, you're so much more mature than other people your age. And I wanted to say to him, you know why that is? Because I got robbed of my fucking innocence. I feel like a 25-year-old in a 20-year-old's body. That's what I feel like. I genuinely feel like I have 5 years over my peers when it comes to emotional maturity. And yeah, that's cool. And it's a great advantage to have. But the circumstances that created it are fucking trash. It sucked. It sucked. And I'm still dealing with these consequences. I got onto self-improvement 6 months ago when I came back to Georgia. I was reprogramming my brain. I was learning new mindsets. I was learning things about the world, about life, about business, about science, about emotion, about myself. I was spending all my hours watching YouTube content from Alex and Layla Hormozy, from First Man, from Dr. K, Healthy Gamer GG, from Andrew Huberman, my boy Captain Sinbad. That's my guy right there, Nikhil. No, excuse me, sorry. I was spending all my days just trying to have a brain, trying to have mindsets that would serve me. I started to journal back in August. It was towards the end of August. August 28th is when I started to journal. I started meditating towards the beginning or mid-November, or October rather. I started to meditate. And I didn't get consistent with any of that until I found Hamza back in the first week of November. And Hamza absolutely changed my life. He made me see, he made me understand why I was turning to the bad habits. He asked me questions to go deeper. He gave me that masculine drive, that masculine push, that slap in the fucking face. It's like, yeah, Jay, you've been being a fucking pussy. Do you want to keep being a pussy? Or do you want to get the fuck to work? I was tired of being a pussy. I didn't want to be a pussy anymore. I've always loved YouTube. I started making YouTube videos when I was 8 years old. 8. Imagine if I stayed consistent. I'd probably be the biggest YouTuber on the fucking planet by now. 12 years in the game, baby. Imagine that. But I always let insecurity get to me. I always let fear get to me. I had a video that blew up, did 25,000 views, and ever since then, I thought I would never be good enough to hit another one. When I found Hamza's videos and I stopped wanting to really stop the bad habits, I really wanted to quit weed. I really wanted to stop fapping. I really wanted to stop binge eating, overindulging. I was already out of my way when it came to video games, but I was still coping when it came to playing them occasionally. Hamza was like, nah, fuck that. Fuck all that shit. And when I stopped doing that shit during the first 2 weeks of December, no, that's not true. When I really wanted to stop playing video games, bro, let me tell you this right now, actually. I wanted to quit weed a year before I finally did it. A year. Now, about 5 months of those, I didn't care about quitting weed because I was hardcore coping with my reality. And I was I just wanted to escape, which was from January to May. But I relapsed probably over 50 times in my life, bro, when it came to quitting weed. I started to level up. I started to have these mindsets that Hamza was teaching me, that I was learning from Hamza, from Hermoses, from First Man, from Dr. K, from Huberman. I started to learn all these things, and I started to feel so separated from everyone around me, from the people in my house, from my family. I started to feel so separated from my friends. Friends that I love, and who are good people, who are awesome people, and who I want to be on this journey with me. But they're not willing. And maybe it's not that they're not willing, but it's not they're not ready yet. And I can't make them be ready. And it sucked. For a long time, it really fucking sucked. Then I joined the Adonis school in the first week of December. And I started to feel a lot less lonely. Because now there was a community of other people who were on this exact same path as me, who shared a lot of my struggles, who share a lot of my goals. I'm so fucking grateful for Adonis school, bro. I'm so grateful for Hamza. If you've resonated with anything I've said, you felt lonely for a long time, And especially so when you got on the self-improvement. I get it. That's why I created my own community. Dubs Uni. Because the school system is trash. So we're going to rebuild it. I think about all the people who value education, all the people who push education. And I just think, damn, in 20 years, we're gonna tear this fucking system down. And we're gonna rebuild this motherfucker. My kids probably won't see that vision. But I'll be damned if my grandkids don't. I'll be fucking damned. If you're a young man who's felt lonely on his self-improvement journey, if you're a young man who doesn't feel like you have a place to turn to when it comes to talking about your mental health, your struggles, your anxieties, your emotions, your fears, your pains, you're a young man who wants to level up, who loves to learn, go click on that first link in the description right now. Go join Dubs Uni. Be a part of the brotherhood. I want to meet more people like us. I want to connect with more people like us so we can build, so we can grow. I won't act like I know how to make money yet. I think I have a decent idea, but I don't have any proof. But I want us to start. I want us to make money together. I want us to level up together. So when we do start making money, then we can we can teach other people how to do it. We can teach other people about our successes. But on the way there, we just help each other out. We just learn from each other. We share our stories. We share our lessons. We share the things we love to do. We share the things we love to talk about. That means so much to me, bro. I wish I had more people around me that thought the way I did. I wish I had people in real life that thought the way I did, bro. That's why I want to get out of fucking the suburbs of Georgia. There's no one here. It's fucking, oh my God, bro. It drives me nuts, dude. It drives me fucking nuts, bro. I literally feel like I'm the only person in a fucking 10-mile radius who gives a fuck about improving themselves, dude. I feel like everyone here is just fucking complacent. I swear, dude, it's trash. It's so trash. I want to move to New York so badly, bro. And it's like, that desperation it's not good, but it's fuel. When you're desperate for something, when you put it on a pedestal, like women, you're never gonna reach it. But when you really want something, when you're driven, and you have proper motivation, which is freedom, I think you can reach your goals. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm trying to do. But I am gonna do it, because no one's gonna fucking stop me. The only person that was in my way for 12 years was me. I'm not in my own way anymore. I want you to be on this journey with me. Go click that top link. Go join Dubs Uni. My name is Jaden. Call me Jay, you can call me JC, you can call me Dubs. Let's build our dreams together. Let's go get the fuck after our dreams together. Stay blessed. Keep hustling. Big Dubs.